Imagine an industry set to explode by over 50% every year, possibly reaching $1 trillion valuation, and you can get in early. That's quantum computing. This isn't sci-fi. It's happening now, and early investors could see returns that dwarf the dot-com boom. I've spent weeks researching the top companies leading this revolution. Today I'll break down my top 3 picks for 2026. A pure-play quantum hardware leader, a pioneer in practical quantum solutions, and a tech giant quietly powering the entire ecosystem. Each offers a unique way to ride this wave. Understanding their strengths is key. Smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next big opportunity. Let's dive in. First up is IonQ, ticker IonQ, a pure-play quantum computing company that's making waves in one of the most exciting frontiers of technology today. If you're looking for a company that's laser-focused on quantum, IonQ is the name to know. Unlike tech giants dabbling in quantum as a side project, IonQ is all in, dedicating every ounce of its resources to advancing trapped ion quantum computing. This isn't just another tech startup. They're betting the entire company on this revolutionary technology. Their approach centers on trapped ions, which serve as qubits, the building blocks of quantum computers. These qubits are exceptionally stable and accurate, giving IonQ a real edge in the race to build reliable, scalable quantum machines that could one day outperform classical computers. IonQ's strategy is simple but powerful. Make their cutting-edge technology accessible to the world through partnerships with cloud giants like Amazon, Microsoft, and Google Cloud. By integrating with these platforms, IonQ is putting quantum computing within reach of millions of developers and businesses. This cloud-first approach is a game-changer. Instead of limiting access to a handful of elite research labs, IonQ's hardware is now available to anyone with an internet connection. Developers, startups, and Fortune 500 companies alike can experiment, innovate, and build on IonQ's quantum platform, accelerating adoption and creating a powerful feedback loop of innovation. Rather than selling expensive specialized machines, IonQ generates recurring revenue by offering quantum computing as a service. Think of it as SaaS, but for the quantum era. This model not only makes quantum more accessible, but also provides IonQ with a steady, scalable income stream as usage grows. IonQ is consistently hitting ambitious technical milestones, measured by their proprietary algorithmic qubits, or AQ. This metric tracks the real-world performance and usefulness of their quantum computers, and it's become a key benchmark for investors and industry watchers alike. The potential applications are staggering. Quantum computers could revolutionize drug discovery by simulating complex molecules, transform financial modeling by solving problems that stump today's supercomputers, and unlock breakthroughs in logistics, cybersecurity, and beyond. We're talking about solving challenges that are simply out of reach for classical machines. Of course, there's risk. IonQ isn't profitable yet and is burning cash to stay ahead in this high-stakes race. Boor is der størstende, den dine, boord in dat by pine redeem redaper bister. The zerbiden din berfeiten not por das, boor is de puris de, and dat bendal par. For the course in deep tech, where innovation comes before profits. Investors need to be comfortable with volatility and a long-term horizon. What sets IonQ apart is its leadership. Founders Dr. Youngsung Kim and Dr. Chris Monroe are pioneers in the field, with decades of experience and a track record of scientific breakthroughs. Their expertise gives IonQ a unique edge, attracting top talent and forging valuable partnerships. Unlike diversified competitors who split their focus across multiple technologies, IonQ's singular mission means every dollar, every engineer, and every experiment is aimed at winning the quantum race. This relentless focus could be the difference between leading the industry and getting left behind. IonQ is already moving beyond the lab, working with major partners like Hyundai and leading financial institutions. These collaborations are turning theoretical breakthroughs into real-world impact, from optimizing supply chains to advancing next-generation finance. As governments around the world pour billions into quantum research and infrastructure, IonQ is well-positioned to secure lucrative contracts and public funding. This support could accelerate their progress and open up new markets. By 2026, if IonQ achieves quantum advantage, the point where quantum computers solve problems classical computers can't, the stock could skyrocket. This would mark a historic turning point, not just for IonQ, but for the entire tech industry. The journey will be volatile, with plenty of ups and downs, but the upside is enormous for those with patience and a strong stomach for risk. This is not a stock for the faint of heart, but the potential rewards are equally outsized. In summary, IonQ is a high-risk, high-reward bet on the future of computing. With a clear roadmap, growing commercial traction, and a leadership team at the forefront of quantum science. They're positioned to shape the next era of technology. If you want exposure to the next potential Intel or Nvidia of the quantum world, IonQ deserves a spot on your watch list. This could be the company that defines the next generation of computing hardware. The stock will swing with every technical breakthrough, partnership announcement, or shift in market sentiment. But for those who believe in the quantum revolution, the long-term thesis is incredibly compelling. This is the kind of story you'll want to say you were part of from the beginning, a chance to witness and invest in a technology that could reshape industries and even society itself. The company is sitting at a market cap of $16.29 billion, but it is still posting an earnings per share of negative 5.84. In 2024, IonQ generated $43 million in revenue, while reporting a net loss of $331.64 million. That combination tells you the story plainly. The market is valuing the long-term quantum opportunity, even though the current financial profile is still heavily investment-driven. For bold investors, IonQ could be a generational opportunity, the kind that only comes around once or twice in a lifetime. Just remember, this journey won't be a straight line. Expect bumps, setbacks, and surprises along the way, as is always the case with breakthrough technologies. But if IonQ delivers on its promise, the rewards could be truly life-changing, both for investors and for the world at large. That's why IonQ is my first pick for 2020. Trick 6. Such a company with the vision, technology, and momentum to lead the quantum revolution. Let's move to the next quantum contender and see who else is shaping the future. On to the Pragmatic Pioneer. Next up is D-Wave Quantum, ticker QBTS, a company that's charting its own course in the quantum computing race by taking a refreshingly practical approach. While many competitors are chasing the dream of universal quantum computers, machines that could theoretically solve any problem, D-Wave is laser-focused on quantum annealing. This technology is purpose-built for tackling optimization problems, which are everywhere in the real world. Think about the complex logistics behind global shipping, the intricate scheduling of airline flights, or the challenge of managing massive investment portfolios. These are problems that classical computers struggle with, but D-Wave's quantum annealers are designed to handle them efficiently. Their technology isn't just theoretical, it's already being used by major clients like Volkswagen, MasterCard, and Lockheed Martin. These are industry leaders who demand real results, and D-Wave is delivering, helping them optimize operations and gain a competitive edge today. D-Wave's Leap platform, which is entirely cloud-based, allows businesses of all sizes to experiment with and scale quantum solutions without the need for massive upfront investments in hardware. This approach not only lowers the barrier to entry, but also creates sticky recurring revenue streams as clients continue to use and expand their quantum-powered solutions. Some critics argue that quantum annealers aren't true quantum computers because they're specialized rather than universal. But D-Wave is proving that commercial value and real-world impact matter more than theoretical purity. Their machines are solving problems that matter to businesses right now. By focusing on immediate tangible business problems, D-Wave is carving out a lucrative niche. While other quantum companies are still in the research phase, D-Wave is already generating revenue and building relationships with enterprise clients. Financially, D-Wave is still in the early stages and not yet profitable, but both their revenue and client base are growing steadily. This momentum is a strong indicator that their solutions are resonating with the market. Their first-mover advantage, combined with deep, long-term enterprise relationships, gives D-Wave a formidable competitive moat. These partnerships are hard to replicate and provide a foundation for future growth. D-Wave isn't content to rest on its laurels. They're actively developing both annealing and gate-model quantum systems, aiming to build a comprehensive quantum stack that addresses both today's needs and tomorrow's breakthroughs. This hybrid strategy is unique. It bridges the gap between what's possible now and what could be possible in the future, ensuring D-Wave remains relevant as the quantum landscape evolves. For investors, D-Wave offers a different risk profile. It's less about betting on whether the technology will work at all, and more about how quickly they can scale and execute in the market. Years of experience and a robust portfolio of intellectual property make D-Wave a tough competitor to imitate. Their patents and know-how are significant barriers to entry for would-be rivals. By 2026, D-Wave could transition from being seen as a niche player to becoming an essential provider for enterprises, as more industries wake up to the power of quantum-powered optimization. The upside from today's valuation could be substantial if D-Wave continues to sign major clients and consistently prove return on investment. The market potential is enormous as quantum adoption accelerates. In summary, D-Wave is the pragmatic, revenue-focused quantum play, already delivering measurable value, with significant room to grow as adoption spreads across industries. If you're looking for exposure to quantum's real-world impact, D-Wave is a smart pick. It's not just about the promise of the future, it's about results you can see today. They're the solutions provider of today, not just a speculative bet on tomorrow's breakthroughs. Their technology is already making a difference in the business world. D-Wave's market cap is about $9 billion, with earnings per share of negative 1.44. In 2024, revenue came in at $8.82 million, and net income was negative $143.87 million. So, while the narrative is also about future potential, the present reality is that the company is still operating at a meaningful loss relative to its current revenue. For investors seeking practical quantum exposure, D-Wave stands out as a leader with a proven track record and a clear vision for the future. Their story is one of resilience, relentless innovation, and growing commercial traction, a rare combination in the quantum space. That's why D-Wave is my second pick for 2026, a company that's not just dreaming about the quantum future, but building it, one solution at a time. Now let's talk about the tech giant quietly powering the entire quantum ecosystem. Enter the all-encompassing giant. Let's see how NVIDIA fits into this revolution. Our final pick is NVIDIA, ticker NVDA, the tech giant quietly becoming the backbone of quantum computing. While most people associate NVIDIA with gaming graphics cards or the AI boom, their influence stretches far beyond what meets the eye. In fact, NVIDIA is positioning itself as the silent force powering the next era of computing. You know NVIDIA for GPUs and AI, but their role in quantum is foundational. Their hardware is the engine behind the scenes, driving innovation not just in gaming or AI, but in the most cutting-edge scientific research happening today. Quantum research relies on NVIDIA's GPUs for simulation, essential for designing and testing quantum hardware and algorithms before they're built. Without these simulations, quantum progress would be slow, expensive, and risky. NVIDIA's technology allows researchers to model quantum systems, test new ideas, and accelerate breakthroughs, all in a virtual environment. Their 𝗗𝗜𝗏 platform lets developers simulate quantum circuits on classical supercomputers, making NVIDIA the standard for quantum R&D. This software bridges the gap between today's classical computers and tomorrow's quantum machines, giving scientists the tools to experiment and innovate without waiting for perfect quantum hardware. This creates a sticky ecosystem. Once researchers use NVIDIA's tools, they rarely switch. The familiarity, performance, and support NVIDIA offers make it the go-to choice for universities, startups, and tech giants alike. NVIDIA is also pioneering hybrid quantum classical computing, where quantum processors work alongside classical supercomputers. This hybrid approach is expected to be the dominant model for years, as quantum computers alone aren't yet powerful enough for most real-world problems. Their DGX quantum system integrates quantum and classical chips for ultra-fast, low-latency collaboration, crucial for future breakthroughs. This system is already being adopted by leading research institutions and companies, setting the stage for a new era of accelerated discovery. The brilliance? NVIDIA wins no matter which quantum hardware technology prevails, because all will need powerful classical infrastructure. Whether it's superconducting qubits, trapped ions, or photonic chips, every quantum computer needs NVIDIA's muscle to operate at scale. From an investment perspective, NVIDIA is the ultimate picks and shovels play, supplying the tools for the entire industry, not betting on a single winner. This means they benefit from the growth of the whole sector, regardless of which quantum company comes out on top. Plus, you get exposure to their booming AI business, which funds R&D and gives them unmatched financial strength. NVIDIA's profits from AI and data centers allow them to invest heavily in quantum, outpacing smaller competitors who struggle to keep up. NVIDIA can invest billions, acquire startups, and attract top talent, luxuries smaller quantum companies can't match. Their scale and reputation make them a magnet for the brightest minds in computing, ensuring they stay ahead of the curve. By 2026, NVIDIA's dominance in AI and quantum infrastructure will only grow as more quantum computers come online. Their hardware and software will be the backbone of the quantum revolution, powering everything from research labs to commercial applications. Their 𝗗𝗏 platform will likely become the industry standard, deepening their moat. As more developers and companies build on NVIDIA's tools, switching costs rise, and competitors find it harder to catch up. The convergence of AI and quantum, like quantum machine learning, puts NVIDIA in a unique position to lead both fields. They're not just supporting the future, they're actively shaping it, creating new possibilities at the intersection of these technologies. The risk? Valuation. NVIDIA's stock is expensive, and any AI slowdown could cause volatility. Investors should be aware that rapid growth comes with price swings, especially in a fast-evolving sector. NVIDIA's market cap is $4.63 trillion, and it trades at a P/E ratio of 47.16 with earnings per share of 4.04. In 2024, NVIDIA delivered $60.92 billion in revenue and net income of $29.76 billion. So when you put these side by side, you are looking at two quantum names that are still in the build-out phase financially, versus NVIDIA, which is already converting enormous revenue into real earnings power. But the long-term growth trends in AI and quantum are so strong, NVIDIA is likely to grow into its valuation. Their leadership in multiple high-growth markets gives them resilience and staying power, even if there are bumps along the way. For investors seeking quantum exposure with the safety of a diversified, profitable leader, NVIDIA is unmatched. You're not just betting on quantum, you're investing in a company that's already proven itself across several technological revolutions. They're not just an AI company, they're building the operating system for the quantum era. NVIDIA's software, hardware, and ecosystem are becoming the default infrastructure for tomorrow's most advanced computing. By 2026, expect NVIDIA to be the full-stack accelerated computing giant, with quantum as a key pillar. Their vision is to enable every breakthrough, from AI to quantum, under one unified platform. Their strategy of enabling the entire ecosystem is the smartest way to play this revolution. Rather than picking sides, NVIDIA empowers everyone, ensuring their relevance no matter how the technology landscape shifts. In summary, NVIDIA is the foundational giant, supplying the infrastructure, tools, and talent for the quantum future. Their reach, resources, and relentless innovation make them the company to watch as quantum computing moves from theory to reality. If you want broad, lower-risk exposure to quantum's rise, NVIDIA is a must-watch stock. It's a rare opportunity to invest in the backbone of multiple revolutions at once. That wraps up our top 3 picks. Each company offers a unique way to participate in the quantum revolution, but NVIDIA stands out for its scale and strategic vision. Now, what's your next move? The quantum era is coming fast, and the choices you make today could define your investment future. Let's recap and talk about how you can get involved. Whether you're a tech enthusiast, investor, or just curious, there's a place for you in this story. Stay tuned for the final thoughts. We'll break down actionable steps and resources to help you navigate the quantum landscape. Here's how to take action. The future is being built right now. Don't miss your chance to be part of it. There you have it, 3 compelling ways to invest in the quantum revolution before 2026. IonQ, the high-growth pure play. D-Wave, the pragmatic pioneer. NVIDIA, the foundational giant. Each offers a unique risk-reward profile, but all are at the forefront of a world-changing technology. Investing in quantum requires research and a strong stomach, but the potential rewards are huge. For exclusive analysis and real-time alerts, join the Stocks Galore Patreon, link in the description. Which quantum stock excites you most for 2026? Share your thoughts in the comments. I read everyone. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next big investing update. Thanks for watching.